Hey, how's it going guys? Captain Kuba here, and today we might have woken up to some really good news about the God of War series, or in this case, the God of War IP. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson said in an interview with Men's Journal that he's working on another video game movie. Let me read what he said. "I can't tell you which game in particular we're doing, but there will be an announcement this year. We're going to bring one of the biggest, most badass games to the screen, one that I've played for years. I'm really excited to bring it to fans around the world. Of course, we're going to do right by our gamer friends, but we're really just going to make a great movie." So this news has really blown up in the gaming community. Everybody thinks he's talking about a God of War movie, and the reasons are clear. First of all, God of War is indeed one of the most badass games ever made. When you think about other classic games like Mario, Final Fantasy, or Need for Speed, you wouldn't really call them badass. They're good games, but they're not badass. When you think about God of War, badass is written in its DNA.
I will make you into a bloody steak!
The Rock also said that he's been playing this game series for many years, and as you guys know, the God of War series is 17 years old, so this makes sense. And lastly, when you look at The Rock, you can't help but compare him to Kratos, one of the strongest video game characters of all time. Now, if these rumors are indeed true and The Rock is playing Kratos, this would make The Rock's acting portfolio a lot more interesting, because a few years back he played Hercules, a movie which was directed by the guy who was going to direct the cancelled God of War movie. So I don't know, even though The Rock never mentions Sony or PlayStation in the movie he's working on, everything he said seems to be pointing in this direction. This seems to align with something David Jaffe said to me in my interview. Even though Sony confirmed that they're not working on a God of War movie, we're not to trust them completely, because God of War at the moment is Sony's most profitable IP, aside from Spider-Man that is. I believe the God of War PC port has sold already 1 million copies, which is really good news, and it's making it PlayStation's biggest launch on PC so far. And with other Sony IPs getting either a movie or a TV show, it's not too far-fetched to think that the God of War series will also get one. So if you ask me, I think there's some truth to this. I think The Rock is working on a God of War movie, and Sony's going to announce it later this year after God of War Ragnarok comes out, when hype is at its highest. But I think the real question you guys want me to answer is, do I think The Rock will be a good Kratos? I would say that he's honestly one of the best actors to play Kratos. For the cancelled God of War movie, they were thinking of hiring Daniel Craig, and that would have been a really bad decision in my opinion. The Rock on the other hand has the physique and the voice as well. With that said though, I think The Rock is a little bit too bulky. So if he is going to play Kratos in a movie, his muscles will have to be toned down a little bit. Which is why whenever fans ask me who could play Kratos in a movie, I always went with Jason Momoa. He's got the height, he's got the muscle, but is still a little bit more toned down, he's got the voice, he's got the beard. He honestly would be the perfect Kratos. And to that argument, some people have said that he's too much of a pretty boy, he's not tough enough to play Kratos, but I think that could be easily fixed with some makeup. But at the end of the day, if The Rock is indeed playing Kratos, they could have done a lot worse. I'm looking at you, Uncharted, with your Sully casting. Now, something else that worries me about The Rock being cast as Kratos is his age. He is 49 years old. And I'm not saying anything bad about his age. For that age, he looks amazing. I wish I would look like that right now. But I'm just saying, if The Rock is indeed going to play Kratos, he is probably gonna play a story set after God of War Ragnarok. And I'm not sure how I feel about that. I will be really sad if one day I wake up and I see the trailer for a God of War movie set in Egypt, because I want to play that myself, I don't want to watch a movie. So if he is going to play a Kratos post Ragnarok, I just hope they pick a mythology that's not as important. I really don't want to see Egypt in a movie, I want that in a game. But anyway, maybe we're just thinking too much about this. After all, he hasn't confirmed that this is a God of War movie yet. But with that said though, make sure to let me know in the comment section below what you think about this possible news regarding a God of War movie. Now before I go, I want to give a big thanks to Abdul Rehman once again. He has essentially become one of my God of War paparazzis. He's always letting me know about possible news or details he has found in the God of War series. So once again, Abdul, thank you so much for letting me know about this interview with The Rock. Now as always, I want to thank all of my members for supporting the channel monthly. People like Mike Who, Paranoid Bears, Prophet, Real Ricky 616, Goji Bomb 92, Sharanj Singh, Goldening. All of you guys are awesome for supporting this channel monthly. It really does mean a lot. I would also like to thank everyone who likes and shares my videos. It doesn't seem like much, but it really does put me in the algorithm. So with that said, thanks for watching, and remember, go forth in the name of The Rock.